Hello, everyone. How is it going? Hello.
Oh my god, I can hear your music from the thingy.
Oh, can you? Oh, that is funny.
No, it's fine. I like it.
Well, yeah, it's just funny to be. Hello, how's it going, everyone? Me and Juno, with our reverse matching Sanrios. She had to tell me the lore before the stream, otherwise I'd be a fake fan for wearing this, she said. We are gonna be doing a tier list rating a bunch of LolCows. Which I don't know how much of my audience knows or gives a shit about LolCows. So this might be one of those streams that most of my audience just skips, and those who know, you know?
They're really fun. Yippee!
Fun is a word to describe them, I suppose.
What's that? They're fun because I'm like, hey, my life's shit, but it's not that shit.
Yeah, so full disclaimer. Me and Juno spend a lot of time. Sorry if you heard that text message. Shut the fuck up. My phone's on mute now. Disclaimer. Me and Juno spend a lot of time whenever we're hanging out just watching videos of LolCows. Either like about them or like
Germa.
And Germa. But that's not relevant. That's something else. We spend a lot of time looking at LolCows. So I have a list here today of a lot of LolCows that Juno and I are familiar with. There's probably other, well, I say probably. There are other LolCows that we aren't familiar with that aren't on this list. But these are the ones that we could essentially list off the top of our head. Which is a little scary that we could list this many immediately off the top of our heads.
Here's the what are the rules of the tier list? How do we what do we rate them on?
Well, we could rate them, and I guess we could do one and then the other if the stream ends up not taking as long as we want it to, right? The two ways I could see being the easiest to rate them is entertainment value and how bad they are.
I think we should go off of like entertainment value.
Yeah.
And then how bad they are?
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think we can do an entertainment value list, and then we can do a how actually messed up are these people list. I think that's
I think
that's
chat's ready
reasonable.
for nickbait.
Chat's not really for a lot of these guys. I'm hoping we get, I'm hoping I get a decent turnout, because I know you and I are just gonna ramble on about how just a bunch of awful bullshit. Like evil bad or genuinely fucked up. I don't know. Some of them are just kind of, well, I guess it depends on, it depends on the LolCow, because like Chris-chan
some of these are horror cows.
Chris-chan has done terrible things, but I don't know if I would consider him evil, because a lot of the terrible things he's done, he was influenced to do, or doesn't fully grasp that they're bad.
Well,
no, I'm right though, because like a lot of these LolCows aren't all there mentally. So are they evil or just fucked up? Whereas like some of them who are just whole ass normal people who are the worst are, I guess, higher evil than like just somebody who hasn't taken their meds in 30 years.
Yeah.
So
I'm
I
ready
guess
to start this list, man.
Well, for the order of the list was determined by me spinning a wheel before stream. So from left to right, starting on the first row, I will list off all the LolCows. I'll have to move my head to see a couple of them, but it's okay. So going from left to right, we have Only Use Me Blade, Low Tier God, White Bowser, Nova Online, Pamper Chew, King Cobra, Shani for Christ, Darkside Phil, Chris-chan, Nick Bait, Terry Davis, Boogie2988, Wings of Redemption, Daniel Larson, Topia Chew, and Johnny Elbows. And Juno, I want you to know that I was not looking at the list of names when I read them. I just kind of, I just knew them all.
Oh no, dude! Johnny Elbows stands. He looks so unreal.
Johnny Elbows does not look real. When me and Juno first saw Johnny Elbows, there was like a fucked up picture of him in the thumbnail, and we thought it was like a Photoshop, Photoshop. And then we opened the video and saw him, and I cannot explain to you. Me and Juno literally laughed for 5 minutes straight just at his appearance.
It's even more funny because when I was like just talking about like, do you think that like ugly people like have to like don't get away with as much stuff because they're ugly and like pretty people do, and like they just make fun of their like appearance, and then
I remember that. Yeah, we were talking about how like pretty privilege is real, and then we open up a Johnny Elbows video and we're like, see, this guy can't get away with anything. Anyways, so that means first on the list is Only Use Me Blades. Do you remember him? Because when we watched, the first time we watched a video on him, you did fall asleep halfway through it.
I was really tired, but I did get to hear again what he did, and I think this guy is a pure piece of shit.
Oh yeah, he's a piece of shit. What is kind of special about him regarding a lot of LolCows is he is mentally just all there. He's just a cunt.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. He's just a dickhead.
Didn't he? This was the guy that like had like a viewer like
yes,
like one of his fans over, and then like their like husband was there too, and then they kissed and shit.
One of his fans liked him so much that they invited him to his wedding, which he attended, and then later he invited the fan and his wife to a party, and then cheated, or the wife and him got together and cheated on the viewer. Scum shit.
And then someone died.
Almost died. Or no, yeah, somebody died.
No, they died.
He was only use. Or I'm just gonna say Blade. Blade is a super alcoholic who just nonstop is drinking and doing terrible shit to his body. And him and the bros were at some thing. They were just at their house, I think. They were just being annoying in their own house. And they drank so much.
It was a mix of like a drug and a
yeah.
thing. I was like, because I remember them saying like having multiple depressants, like the drug that the guy was taking and the alcohol, fucked him so badly that they died, and they thought that the guy was like just passed out, so they drew all over his face.
Oh,
I'm laughing because I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah. Because they have, it's on video, right? He's like probably dead by then, and they're like just drawing on his face, unaware that he's taken so much drugs and alcohol that it's going to kill him, and he's not responding, and they just don't care.
They didn't call the police until way later. This guy, entertainment value,
entertainment value is kind of mid to low for me, because all he does is drink on stream and get encouraged to drink on stream.
Yeah,
that's like a C.
He's a C tier. I would put him lower, but that's because he's just a piece of garbage.
On if we do a how bad are they list, he'd probably be like A or S, because he's a totally normal person, but he's just the worst and has led to the death of a person. Also, yes, we did leave off J Sonic, but there's not really much to talk about J Sonic other than he fucks plushies.
That guy's a whole mess. I don't know.
Low tier god. Low tier god.
I'm a little unaware of him because I think I was like, again, half asleep when I was listening to this guy, because this guy's just kind of boring.
Well, I'm more familiar with him as a LolCow. He's kind of boring, but as like a as a LolCow, he is not an S. The only thing he does is insult random people. That's not really LolCow material. He's the only person on this list that I would almost not consider to be a LolCow.
Trim, I forgot Neon. I forgot Neon.
I don't consider Neon a LolCow because he's doing a bit. LolCow is, Neon is pretending to be what he is. That's why I don't consider him a LolCow. Whereas all the rest of these people, this is just who they are. But Neon does it for the bit.
Okay, yeah.
But low tier god as a LolCow, I think is a mediocre one at best. Johnny Somali, yeah. All low tier god really does is just insult people and talk about how he's gonna like sexually assault you. And then he loses at video games. So he's kind of. You go.
He's D tier. He is literally just D tier. He's like, he was a meme for a while, but like most LolCows are kind of memes, and he's not like that entertaining.
Okay, and I'm gonna say something, but this is gonna come back to be like me being hypocritical, because when we get to him, I'm gonna want to place him a lot higher, because he's arguably my favorite LolCow. Low tier God is kind of just black Darkside Phil.
Oh.
All he does is suck ass at games and get mad about it. Except Darkside Phil has been around for so long that there's a lot more good shit.
More.
Yeah. Also, I guess low tier God does have the thing about how he's been lying about how old he is, but that doesn't compare to DSP like spending $50,000 on a wrestling mobile game.
WWE, like mobile game.
Yeah. So I think I agree with you for D tier.
I think he's D tier.
He's not really like give him 5 years and maybe he'll be a pretty good LolCow. But right now he's like a newborn LolCow, because he was just a meme and now people just make fun of him because he's bad at games, and that is bare minimum on this list.
There's White Bowser.
There's White Bowser, who I know. White Bowser and Shanny for Christ are the two I'm least familiar with on this list, but you're more so, like how you were less familiar with LTG.
I am very familiar with the Shanny for Christ lore. I'm not that familiar with the White Bowser lore.
Well,
I do know he's the guy who had touched the girl for a girl's boob for 10 seconds.
Yes, he held his coworker's breasts for 10 seconds, and then when he was told, you probably shouldn't go back to where you work because of, like, they fired him, of course, he interpreted it as there's a bomb, and he rushed to the, like, place he used to work and, like, called the police for a bomb threat.
Dude.
That's, like, the only thing he's done. Other than that, he's just a pedophile.
I think... Yeah, he's a pedo, yeah.
Other than bomb threat, he's just a pedophile.
I think he's like C or D tier. He's not that entertaining.
I'm fine with D tier.
An interesting guy.
Yeah, he's just like the one guy in the Discord who says like something kind of quirky every now and again, and then you go, oh wait, no, he is just kind of a weirdo. He's just kind of actually weird.
Yeah. Nova. Oh my god, I know.
If only Nova was in chat. If only Nova was in chat.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, we like Nova. Nova.
We like our Nova. We don't like this Nova.
Nova, if you're rewatching this, you're fine. I think you're chill. This Nova, this guy's a piece of crap. We don't like this guy.
This guy is the ultimate Discord mod. You can tell by his greasy hair.
The way he styled it.
I don't know where the camera is in the picture I have of him because he's holding us like 7-Up or something. I don't know where the camera is in that photo.
You gotta reverse your camera and then take a picture. That's what I do.
Oh, maybe. But like, what's it holding? It's like eye level with him. What's he balancing it? We know he's not balancing it on his shelf, Juno.
He's balancing on his fat fucking stomach. I don't know.
Well, no, because remember how wobbly his shelf is?
Can you find an image of Nova's bookshelf?
I don't think I can in time. Editor, put that on screen.
Can you find a Nova's bookshelf and put it up here? And tell me whether or not that would pass an earthquake test, because that shit won't.
Nova's got some stuff to him.
He does.
Because he's also a pedophile, which sucks.
Yeah.
But he got big on TikTok for being really bad at doing food reviews, and then for doing gas station shower reviews.
Dude, alright, the gas station shower was like crazy, because this is a really good shower, like they have like a fan in here, and then they got like the water pressure was really good and shit. I'm like, and they have towels, and I'm like, he brought his own. I don't know if he brought shower shoes. I don't know if he brought shower shoes.
Well, I didn't know there were gas stations that had showers, and I would never take one.
I guess it's like, do you know when like you know Greyhound buses? Yeah. You know, like Greyhound buses and truckers and stuff, they have like those stops. Yeah. I guess it was like one of those, but it's still disgusting. How many people? It's like a university communal shower. You would not fucking put your bare feet on them. That shit's disgusting. Anyways,
It's a lot more common in the North and Midwest. I see. That makes sense.
Yeah, where I live, hell, we don't have that.
See, I guess, what's his name was right, Red. I'm not Midwest, since I don't have gas station showers. Tell him I said that.
Nova's an interesting character. He has like
he thinks he can sing.
My Little Pony wives.
Yes, he does. He has MLP
children.
wives. He thinks he can sing, but he really can't. Doesn't he cross-dress? I don't know if he specifically cross-dresses, but I know we've seen pictures of him like wearing like pretty pink outfits.
Cosplay. It was cosplay.
Oh yeah, cosplay. That's what it is.
It was cosplay. No, he was wearing like a sailor uniform or something.
Yeah. That is it. I'm thinking of B.
Entertainment. I was gonna say I'm thinking B.
Especially because like he's got enough of an internet presence that like he wants to be TikTok famous. So if ever anyone like does something, like whenever somebody makes a video about him, like he responds, he interacts. So he's like,
yeah,
he's got what a lot of good LolCows have, which is the ability for you to just fuck with them. Which I don't condone, by the way. But it does lead to some good shit.
He had beef with Sophia Chu.
Yes, the extended universe. And he has beef with June the King. Or not, was it June the King or was it Kiwi Tapes? One of those two guys
I think it was probably Kiwi Tapes.
Wasn't it? Oh no, yeah, no, it's Low Tier God had beef with June the King. Because June the King made a documentary on him and Low Tier God was like threatening to dox him or something.
Yes. Yeah, but Nova has beef with Kiwi Tapes.
Yes. Which
but yeah.
I say B.
B tier, yeah. Put him in B tier.
He's a funnier pedophile than White Bowser. How's that? Or not funnier, but he's like he's a I like gawking at him more.
All right, this one I know extensively. Pamper Chew.
Pamper Chew, good lord.
I tried showing Trim a video of Pamper Chew, and he's like, "Dude, I don't want to watch this because like the first part of the video, the beginning of the video, is him like stepping on his own used diaper,
and I almost threw up. I gagged. I like that's the one thing I can't do, chat. And Pamper Chew, his whole thing is
squishing diapers.
Squishing his own used diapers. He grills them. He like set up a like fucking like do-it-yourself grill with copper wires in a hotel room and he burnt the carpet.
Yeah.
And he's like and it's not like he's alone in that room. He's in that room with his like sugar daddies because in the picture he's the one in the like Christmas Story onesie and the Asian dude on the right is just one of his various like age play daddies. Because he's into age play and like age regression, so he sucks on a bib and shit.
Yeah, the way that people found out about him was through a forum of some guy, not Pamper Chew, going, "Is it okay if I use reuse like diapers that have already been used?" And everybody's like, "No."
Oh yeah,
no.
he is the diaper reuser.
But then Pamper Chew was like, "It's okay because I do it all the time. I put them in my microwave."
Yeah,
and
he nukes the
put it
germs.
on high.
Yeah. So
I never use poopy diapers. And I'm like,
he dries out his diapers by microwaving them and reuses them. Sick fuck. Isn't he also a pedophile?
Oh, I don't know. I feel like most of the LolCows are.
He is.
I feel like most.
I'm pretty certain Pamper Chew is as well, because he's in. Yes, because he's at the playground.
I don't know if he is one. Well, I just think he's an age player.
Well, he might. Well, then he's into. If he isn't one, then he is into them because, of course, he wants to be looked at like a kid.
I guess. It's a weird like.
It's
a weird
line.
line.
I don't think I do.
There was also I was thinking about this LolCow. They're not like a LolCow. They're like an actual like piece of shit human.
Wow, some interesting images come up when I googled them, Red, but I do not know who this is, though. Oh, you know who else I forgot? I don't know if he was a LolCow or just like a weird ass online. But the guy the Australian dude with the really funny voice who just goes to Thailand and sleeps with women.
Oh my god.
I hated that guy. Dude.
That guy stunk. That guy should have stunk. TLDR, he is a dude who claimed to be acting and being like the most piece of shit human. But like,
Oh, yeah, the acting shit.
yeah, he said it was acting,
I
but
wish I
like
could
what he
remember
did
his
was
name.
so deplorable. He like cheated on his girl. He's like he mooched off of like his girl and like everything. He doesn't treat his own son like his own fucking son.
But yeah, and
He's
he just takes
he's a
advantage.
scammer. He takes advantage of people. He's awful. Like
He takes
actually
it.
awful. He was funny, but
Yeah, when we first started watching his stuff, I like his voice was really funny to me. The way he like inflected was like off, and like I was like, I'm behind this guy. This guy's funny. And then like the more we saw of him, the more I was like, dude, this guy's actually just a scumfuck, because he just goes to
yeah.
Thailand all the time and like specifically tries to like sleep with women who are like not well off so he can give them money. And then if they like don't fuck
and he'll
him,
talk about the lady boys.
yeah, he gets like upset when they don't. I hated that dude. Anyways, he's not on the list, so Pamper Chew.
Pamper 2 is interesting because like I think he's like, oh my god, what is wrong with this guy? I kind of want to know why he's like this. He's also like a vintage electronics hoarder. I remember this.
Yeah, he is. We saw the inside of his shed he lives in, and it was like really weird.
He lives in a shed.
Yeah, he lives in a shed. He's
Yeah,
like a B or an A.
I think he's a B tier.
I'm fine with that, cause like there's only so many videos of him just stepping on diapers where I eventually just go, I don't care no more.
B
But he
for
is
baby.
like, he's quirky enough to where like he's got a little more than just the diaper stuff.
Yeah. Cobra. I feel like you know a lot more about Cobra than I do, because this guy is just, all I know is that he makes his own alcohol and drinks it.
Cobra's kind of low on it, I feel. He's like a D or a C to me. Because, yeah, like he makes moonshine and he drinks it. And like,
He's pro-LGBT.
yeah, he's like not that bad of a person for
He's
a
just kind of
LolCow
weird.
standards. He's just kind of really off.
And also an animal abuser.
He is neglectful towards his animals. I don't know if I would say abusive, but like neglectful.
I don't know.
Like, we can confirm neglect. I can't confirm abuse. Which,
I
like,
guess
you know,
it is
neglect is
neglect.
abuse, chat. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
There's a difference between like, I'm just not giving my animal the attention it deserves, and I fucking beat it.
Yeah.
He's like a
D tier.
He's like a D tier.
He's not like the worst person on the tier list. He's just kind of fucking weird.
Yeah.
Oh!
So tell me about Shani.
It's time for it's my time to shine. I have originally I found out about this LolCow through like one like a YouTube video that was recommended to me, and I was like, who the fuck is this creature? That looks unreal. She is
She looks unreal. That's fucked.
She does. So she is a Christian, like, she's a Christian YouTuber, and her whole thing was like, she doesn't even do like Christian shit. Like that's the thing. So yeah. Anyways, she's a mother of two. And she kind of just like live streams everything she does. So you get to know everything like about what's going on in her life. And it's like, do I really need to know about like how your husband and like your divorce and whatever?
Well, that's
so,
quite
yeah.
that's quite a common thing for a lot of these LolCows.
Yeah,
the obsession
yeah.
of always being online.
Yeah, well, it gets deeper. So Shani eventually was like trying to get into like the great debate community, and she went on a podcast with The Amazing Atheist, which we know about The Amazing Atheist.
The Amazing Atheist is like one bad day from also being on this list.
But yeah, she was on like a fucking thingy, and she tried to like be part of the great debate community, and that backfired really bad because she looked crazy because she thought the moon was a hoax.
Not the moon landing, the moon.
She says it's a light source, and I'm like, it is a light source, but it's also the moon.
Yeah.
And she was like, she's crazy. So eventually she meets this guy. I'm forgetting his name, but he like this guy was like a raging alcoholic, and then she made him quit cold turkey, and then I'm pretty sure I like fucked him up a little. Um, and this guy,
She came out of that relationship needing to pick up the bottle again.
so yeah, Shani has known to say like the N-word and a bunch of slurs.
Which is
She says if
also
you
not an uncommon thing for a lot of these
yeah,
people on
the
the
worst
list.
thing is that when she was saying the N-word, she's like, if I think you're acting like an N-word, I'm gonna call you an N-word. And then she says the N-word like 3 times.
Oh yeah, she might be the person on this list I've heard say the N-word the most. Actually, never
Yeah.
mind. No, I lied. Terry Davis. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Forgot
yeah.
about Terry Davis for a second there.
I
How
forgot
could
he
I?
exists.
Poor one. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Thank you, Red. The second I said it.
Yeah. So Shani is like she all she does is smoke weed, cry, bitch about like, you know, her life.
All women do
and
nowadays is smoke weed and lie.
well, because this is the worst thing. She's like a mother, right? And
Yeah.
she was like, she smoked so much one time during 420 that she shat herself.
Yeah. Oh man.
And another time, like, because like she was like featured, just like it was like not even like a full clip of her. It was like a bit in a Shane Dawson documentary. She was like,
Oh my
yeah, like we were
gosh.
late to picking up our kids because we were too busy being famous. And I was like, fucking no way. I don't think her kids live with her anymore. I like to think they don't.
Thank God.
But those kids were living in squalor. The room smelled like piss.
Oh fuck! There's another one we forgot.
Which one?
Who's the one who calls the police anytime anything happens and almost killed his mom by putting like a soda in the air?
Oh my god, crap! Who was this guy? Ah, damn it! Damn it!
Shit!
Damn it!
Shit!
Damn it! Damn it! I'm forgetting.
Because you said her kids don't live with her anymore, and I like thought of like, oh yeah, I want that guy to move out from his parents' house, which he is. He's homeless now, isn't he? Which
I don't know.
is another thing that's kind of common between a lot of these people, chat.
But yeah, Shani for Christ.
It'll come to
she
us.
keeps saying. Shani for Christ keeps saying that's like she's like quitting YouTube, and she doesn't, and then
She never will.
Yeah, she never will. She's always live streaming. She says that I am a Christian and I'm a Christian. You people are like the worst. And she's always like talking about some man. Before she was like into like another guy, but then I don't know, something happened. Something fucking happened.
Am I either thinking of the wrong person or totally inventing this? But despite always like being a racist and saying the N-word, isn't she like into black men specifically?
She was into a black guy.
Well, yeah, but I feel like she
into a
was
black
into.
guy.
I feel like she was into multiple. I feel like that's her.
No, it was
like,
just one.
Okay.
Cause she's dated other white men, like mostly white
Okay.
men.
Maybe it's
She's
just
like one of
because
the
I.
guys.
Maybe it's just because I know she's called her that specific old partner of hers the N-word so many times.
I don't know.
I'm thinking A.
She's an A tier.
Yeah.
She's like so fucking weird. She's so fun. Oh my god, Trim, you know about this guy better than I do.
DSP, this is my boy. The Dark Side Phil is probably my favorite LolCow, and I don't really know why. So Dark Side Phil has been around since like the birth of the internet almost. Like this guy has been on YouTube since before YouTube was called YouTube. So he's got history. He's one of the oldest LolCows, I suppose, right? And what's great about him is that he's like the perfect slow burn LolCow. He's never, and probably will never do anything as like out there crazy as like Chris Chan will, right? But Darkside Phil, similar to like Low Tier God and Blade, he's just a guy. He isn't like off his medication. He wasn't like abused as a kid and it like fucked him up forever. He's not some like raging alcoholic. Okay, he's a little bit. But he's just a guy, which means everything you see him do, all him. When he accidentally jerks off on stream, which is probably the one thing most of y'all know him for,
The
that's
image that
him.
we're using.
Yeah, that is the image I'm using. When he spends $50,000 on WWE mobile games and then lies about it for 6 months, that's him.
Mm-hmm.
It's all him, and everything he does is just never anything
He used to
worthwhile.
be. The thing with him is that like he used to do like competitive Street Fighter tournaments, but because like eventually after a while, I think they stopped using the arcade cabinets and started focusing towards what's the word? Like the software, like the actual like console. Not a lot of people wanted to do it because I think there was like something off about it.
Yeah,
And
you're right.
he became the top tier because of like that. If it wasn't for that, he probably still would have been like below. Like he wouldn't have been like on top of the leaderboard.
Yeah, when they swapped from using the arcade cabinets themselves to using like emulators or whatever they're called, I don't think emulator specifically is what it is, but something like that.
I think it's just
yes.
the console.
There was like differences between it, and so he kind of saw the tide turning, and got really good at it, so that when the like tournament started and they were using that instead of what everyone was used to, all the pros, a lot of them didn't compete. So he claimed to be the #1 player in America because all of the pros just didn't bother showing up. And he rode that high for like 5 years.
Yeah.
He'll use anything he can to get ahead or stay on top, unless if it takes money. This guy was fucking recording like YouTube videos with a camera pointed at the screen when PewDiePie was doing like Amnesia.
For the longest time, by the way.
Fans were begging him to get Bandicams, and he just fucking wouldn't, because he cannot change unless he sees as a scummy fuck way to get ahead of you somehow, specifically in game. And like Low Tier God, he's just a competitive like fighting game player that sucks, and people mock him because he sucks, and because he thinks he's better than he is. And he's still around. He's still doing dumb shit. He's not really done anything crazy in a while, but he's there. Darkside Phil will outlast all of us.
He's a roach. He's like the literal roach of the internet.
He is. He will be around for probably more time than any of these other characters, other than Christian. Christian's the only one that I can see outliving him. Yeah, he outlived MatPat. He outlived a lot of shit. He saw PewDiePie become #1 and then lose it. Boogie, Boogie will do anything he can to roach on. True.
Yeah. I feel like you should put him up somewhere. This is your guy.
I want to put him in S, but I don't think he is. I think he's
A tier.
I think he's A tier because of how long he's been around. Like, there's depth to him. But like I said, he's never and probably won't ever do anything as crazy as like Christian. So I can't put him next to Christian.
Speaking of Christian.
Because, like, do we even need to talk about it? We know where he's gonna go. We can talk about it after, but we can just go ahead and put him there. We know it.
He has like a 5-hour documentary, just the tidbits of him, man.
Oh yeah, the 5-hour iceberg. But there's like the 50-something part series on him as well, which that should be like our One Piece.
Yeah. Oh, Nick Bait.
Well, we can talk a little bit more Christian though first, you know.
Yeah.
Christian is the LolCow.
He's the first ever LolCow. He's the most documented man on Earth. Funny enough, I didn't even think about that. Modern man, correction. He's known for making this thing called Sonichu, which is like a fucked up like mix of like Sonic and Pikachu.
It's his OC.
And his OC, and he's made more, mind you. He's made more, and with that, a lot. He's made this thing, the Sonichu medallion, the thing that he's wearing.
One of which he doesn't have the original anymore because somebody tricked them into giving.
The guy pissed on it.
Yeah, somebody tricked Christian into sending him the medallion, and then they like broke it and pissed on it, and then set it on fire, which is a little over the top.
It's a little over the top.
But it's stuff like that puts Chris so far in S tier above everyone else. Because with Darkside Phil, you get him, you get like his ex, And like that's the characters, right? Nova Online is actually pretty nice because like he's interacted with like Tobiachu and he has beef with like a couple documenters. But Chris-chan, the amount of fucking people in the extended universe is insane.
The pickle guy.
The pickle guy, the idea
Liquid
guys,
Chris.
Liquid Chris. There's so
Selena
much
Gomez.
shit. Selena Gomez. The
Not
fucking
the actual Selena. Mind you.
the dean at his old college.
Yeah.
There are so many
Eventually,
characters.
Chris was on like his little love quest, and eventually that love quest slowly started to become more and more fucked, I think.
Well,
And eventually, I think Chris's mental, because he has autism, right? Which doesn't like excuse what he's done, mind you, because here's the thing, autistic people know the difference between right and wrong. Like that's fact. I feel like most of them do. He knows what he did was wrong. Especially when he decided to fuck his own mother.
well, yeah, and you can tell he knew what was wrong because he not only fucked his own mother, but tried to hide it for a while.
Yeah. He kept calling them like my older companion or whatever, and like how he wouldn't like say who it was.
Yeah.
So.
But he's
Yeah.
too stupid, so he would occasionally just let loose like little details.
Yeah, like a top 50 anime moms that were hot or something list. And then there was the also, because like his mom is really like, she's old, like she's really old, and she has her own can of worms that you're just like,
Yeah.
oh my god, what the fuck? I think it's because of her complacent attitude towards Chris, and the fact that she's also like mentally degenerating, because like newer videos of her, you could just tell that she's like not herself. That I'm assuming Chris took advantage of that too, which is even more gross and icky.
Yes.
But he did go to jail for that. He's out, or she, because they're trans now, and apparently now they might have a kid.
Yeah. Chris-chan has claimed Andrew Ditch. That's their name. That's who I was thinking
Oh
of.
my god.
I can find a picture of Andrew Ditch real quick, and add him.
Yeah. Andrew Ditch is a creature.
I hate that man.
He sucks. He sucks.
There he is. He's at the end.
Oh, look at this man. Look at this specimen. Wow.
Where's
He looks
his
like an
mom
egg.
now? His mom lives in her house still.
Yeah.
After Chris was caught, they were arrested, and then they were not allowed back on the premises.
Yeah.
But somewhat recently, they were spotted near the mom's house.
So gross. I don't know where he lives now. Because
Yeah,
it's like
'cause-
recent Chris-chan shit.
And we haven't really been keeping up with him, admittedly.
Yeah, this is like the Keeping Up with the Kardashians, but more fucked up and gross.
Chris-chan, their comic is just terrible. And because of people like the idea guys, they think that it is real. And that the universe that they have created will merge with our universe. And in it, they will become the new god.
I remember.
And in it, because of the idea guys again, Sonichu has to fight against the Fourth Reich at one point in time.
Yeah.
And like also he wants to get rid of like, oh yeah, Chris-chan wrote into his comic that he cured gay.
You're gay.
He cured
Yeah,
gayness.
it's funny.
And he,
I'm pretty sure they're gay now.
well, they are. They're trans. They're part of the LGBT. But
Yeah.
they had a bunch of like homophobic shit in their earlier chapters.
I think it's mostly towards men. That's the thing. He kind of just did not like men at all, because he would always see them as like competition. it's like armchair psychology Juno out here. Because of like the fact that, you know, he didn't feel like he was like, why do these men get all the girls and I'm stuck here thinking that like I'm a good guy? Why don't I deserve a girl? When in reality, he is the problem. It is not the other men. He is just the problem. Um, and he doesn't seem to realize that. And it could just be maybe a
Yeah.
factor of like, you know, he's r/nice guy, but also just his autism and not being able to pick up like social cues of like just people not being interested in him in that way.
Well, he's also incredibly gullible and has hyper like low self-awareness.
Yeah.
We like one of his
Dude,
songs.
he's made covers. He's made covers.
Yes, he's made some
Sonic
songs.
and the Hedgehog's Boys. I Want It That Way.
It's so good.
I'm a virgin with rage. Tell me why I so need a cute girl my age. Tell me why.
It's a shame how poorly that song aged with the whole girl my age bit.
Yeah.
Andrew Ditch.
Andrew Ditch.
Another. That's who this is.
That's not Andrew Ditch.
Yes, it is.
That's Nick Bate.
Oh yeah, my bad. I gotta.
Andrew Ditch is all the way at the end.
Oh yeah, it's because his name was in my head. Yeah, Nick Bate.
Dude, I know this guy so well.
I
don't know him.
Well, this one has a happy ending, chat. They're in jail.
Yeah, they're in jail. We'll get to that. So Andrew Ditch was known as a guy who was obsessed with this girl named Anna, and I'm so sorry, Anna. Like, oh, you poor fucking soul. He would relentlessly stalk this girl named Anna, to the point where, like, even like I would this was justified. Like, their friend was like, hey, can you like fucking not? She fucking hates you, man. Like, that's disgusting. Speaking
They wrote
of
him a letter
disgusting,
that said that.
yeah, he would always fantasize about like Anna being his wife. He would call Anna his wife and shit. And I'm like, that's so gross. And I learned this from like a true crime channel. Men like this love the attention of just like, you know, it doesn't matter if it's good or bad attention of like women. As long as they're getting any sort of attention of the people they're stalking, they'll just take it and run with it, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, speaking of disgusting, he's a cockrophiliac.
Yep. Yeah. His walls were just rancid. Oh my lord.
So
and his floors.
He pulled the Diddy thing where he used baby oil and his own shit to check off.
Yes, he would use baby oil and his own shit.
And he would intentionally wipe it on the wall. I don't know why. And his poor aunt would come over and clean it up. And they're like, hey, can you fucking not?
They get so mad at him, rightfully.
I fucking disgust. And you know the worst part is he doesn't take a shower. He doesn't take showers. He does this thing where he'll like put his head in the shower for like a little bit and then come out and not properly wash himself. So you know that man stinks. His teeth are rotted.
You can kind of see him in the picture.
Yeah, you can kind of see in the picture. His teeth are rotted dead. And there's this video of him doing like the booby dance or something. I don't fucking remember. And he takes a sip and he looks physically in pain.
Oh yeah, it hurts him to drink sugary drinks because of how rotten his teeth are.
Yeah, it was so gross. And I was like, dude, come on. So this is why he's in jail. He has this like half sister that he had
relations with.
Sexually assaulted
while they were underaged.
Yes. And the half sister told her family, and Nick was upset about that. Because he's like, she took advantage of me, and like one of the messages. Oh my god.
Yeah, I forgot about that. He tried to feign it as if he was the one getting groomed when he was like way older.
Yeah. And he was like, hey, it's she took advantage of me. So eventually he got charged with that. And he is now in jail. I don't remember for how long. I know it's like a long time.
He is in jail though, so happy ending.
He's in jail, and I'm glad he's in jail. But it's kind of like, oh man, we don't get to see them talk about him wiping more shit on the wall.
What are you feeling for ranking? I'm kind of feeling a B.
I found him entertaining because I'm like, how much worse can this guy? He's a horror cow. He's like horrible. But like, he's an A tier for me because I'm like, how much worse can this get? And it just kept getting worse.
All right, I'm fine with that. He's
Terry
dying
Davis.
in there. He might. Terry Davis. Do you know anything about Terry Davis?
Not that much. I know he was like a programmer and stuff, and he's a really smart guy who like made like stuff and whatever.
Yeah.
And but because of like he was like super racist
And schizophrenic.
eventually he got so fucked up that now he's like homeless and stuff.
He's
and he's kind
dead.
of like a shell of his former self. Yeah, he's dead. He's dead now. He's like a shell of his former self, but now
Yeah.
he's dead.
Happy ending with Nick Bate being in jail. Sad ending with Terry Davis literally being dead.
Yeah.
So Terry Davis was a programmer, yes, who was schizophrenic and lived with his parents until he was eventually homeless. And he spent all of his time programming, making his own operating system. And it was impressive that he made his own operating system, but the operating system was kind of shit and couldn't connect with any other operating systems. So you could not
Yeah.
communicate with anyone not using his shit too. So nobody. Because nobody was using his shit.
Yeah.
The reason he made his own operating system is because it was his church to commune with God.
Yeah, I remember.
God never intended for more than 36 kills. Yeah. Terry Davis, I know Red and Killing know about as well. He is pretty infamous, I guess. Now, I don't believe is often considered to be a LolCow. So some of you might be like, why is he on this list? Because I feel like he's often not considered a LolCow. But the reason I do consider him to be a LolCow is because he is a mentally unwell man who was like constantly online and constantly not only goaded by people online, but like tricked by people online. Like people sent him emails that were supposedly from his like not wife who he thought was his wife kind of thing. So like Chris Chan with the Love Quest type shit.
Yeah.
He was of course super obsessed about the one thing that he was making and trying to see everyone, like trying to have everyone see how genius it really was. He thought he was better than everyone else. He eventually of course went homeless, and then during his homeless arc he was so well known that people who would run into him, if they like knew him from online, they would like either they would like continue to just like harass or like make fun of him, or sometimes they'd like sit him down and like get him a bite to eat and like talk to him.
Yeah.
Which is like
Towards
a lot
the
of
end,
a lot of those things are like common with other LolCows being like targeted
Yeah.
online and so on.
towards the end, he became kind of sad because he was getting older, and the fact that like you could just tell how like much this guy was just like degrading. You just kind of felt bad for him at the end. Like, yeah, he was like a piece of shit, but like
Well,
at the
yeah.
end you could tell that he actually needed like proper help because he was homeless and like pretty
He definitely
like,
needed some sort of like
bad.
help.
like actual help because like I felt really bad at the end. It was kind of sad.
Yeah, before he went homeless, he had a lot of good stuff. Like he was a really entertaining guy. But after like towards the end, it started to stop being fun, I guess. He was very racist. He was convinced that the government was out to get him, and that the government was ran by like pedophiles and like just various minorities and shit.
Yeah.
The glowies, yeah, that's where the glowies comes from, which is like weirdly enough his one legacy. I don't know if that's where it comes from, but that's where most people like reference it to being. He now, of course, I don't know if he did or not, but he is claimed to have killed various like government agents. Or
I
people.
don't think he did.
He claims repeatedly that he had like he knew that this person was like an agent, so he would kill them. He like I ran down to like a CIA N-word with my car in 2009 or whatever the fuck type shit.
Yeah.
You should play the clip on stream. I don't think I should.
Oh my
Um,
god.
yeah, he is the person on this list I have heard say the N-word the most.
I'm surprised that this man surpassed Shani for Christ on how many times they said the N-word.
It was constant.
Because Shani says it a lot. Like a lot of. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention that Shani has an OnlyFans account.
I'm not
That
buying.
people describe Shani's husband's dick as a baby carrot.
Well, that's better than people describing Chris Chan's dick with a, like, what was it, 40-degree turn in the middle?
Yeah. Yeah, that shit's broken.
Terry Davis, oh yeah, here's a quick fact. He probably wasn't doing this before, or like after he went homeless, but during his programming days, he was on a 48-hour sleep schedule where he would stay up for 2 days and then sleep for 2 days.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is mania at its worst.
Yes, Temple OS. That is the system, Lassie. You can probably still download it somewhere.
I refuse to download that shitware.
You don't want to converse with God in God's official temple?
No.
You can play fun mini games and listen to AI generated songs that are supposedly God trying to tell you things. Yeah, he was like, that's the kind of schizo he was. He had a random number generator, essentially, that would just pick out words and make sentences, and he would describe them as like, this is what God wants to tell me. And he would derive meaning from the random words on screen. He was like crazy.
God.
S tier.
God.
I say S tier.
I don't respect S tier.
Well, yeah, he's the only person on this list that I do feel kind of bad that they're dead. Well, actually, no, there's a few others on here that, like, if they died, I'd be like, oh man, that sucks. Like, I guess Wings or Cobra. But half of these people are pedophiles, so they can rot.
Yeah.
Boogie. I don't like Boogie.
Boogie is a creature.
Boogie is the ultimate he fell off.
Yeah.
Because he used to be described as the Mr. Rogers of the internet.
Yeah. People actually liked. I knew about Boogie. I just didn't give two shits about him when people were talking about him.
Right.
And now I know that he is a piece of shit. So yippee! I'm glad I didn't give a shit about him. But yeah, I know that Boogie has done many things like pay for prostitutes.
Oh yeah, he spent like hundreds of thousands of dollars on prostitutes, some of which he didn't even actually sleep with. He would just take them to dinner.
Yeah.
Or pay for their like kids.
I remember that he also faked cancer and then he made a shit coin.
He faked cancer for 2 years, chat. I want to say this again because this is one of the, like, excluding like pedophilia, this is one of the worst things somebody on this list has done. They lied about cancer for 2 years purely for sympathy and money. Also, unlike a lot of the people on this list, he is fully there. He's not like off his meds or anything. He's just the worst. He did in fact shoot a gun at somebody who came to his house one time. He warning shot into the air.
Yeah, but I felt like that was fine because like they came to his house and it was like some guy on the internet. I think he kind of had a right to do that.
He had a right to point the gun, I think, but the problem is that like the reason he got charged for it is because he lived in a school zone at the time.
Oh shit, I forgot.
Yeah. So like, yeah, somebody comes onto my property and is at my door, I'm gonna point a gun at you. But I'm not gonna shoot my gun in the air when I live in a school zone. I don't want to shoot a kid by accident.
Yeah. The thing with like Boogie is that now he's Keemstar's little bitch now. He's
okay, and pardon me because I know you're not gonna like me describing him this way because this is your word. Boogie is Keemstar's little jester. Like, Keemstar just has Boogie on little strings, and he just tells him to dance, monkey, and he does. Keemstar had Boogie go out and, like, do community service on the side of the road shirtless, and drink a drop of pee out of a bottle. But...
I remember.
Keemstar had, like, half buried Boogie alive.
I forgot that happened too. What the fuck?
Yeah. Boogie and Wings have, like, sold their soul to the devil like Cuphead. And they just have to do shit for Keemstar now to stay relevant online.
Yeah,
Which is like a fate worse
yeah.
than hell.
I think objectively, Boogie's just a piece of shit. He's like all, he is all there. You know, I remember one time they're trying to do an interview, like a fake interview for him to like see if he could like do well in actual interviews for jobs. And he's
Yes. Oh my god.
he said something about like I only get prostitutes and bitches and porn or something. I don't remember. He said something about porn.
Yeah, like he's doing like a practice for job interview, and he brings up that he's like addicted to pornography or whatever.
Or that he was like doing like porn.
The only thing Boogie cares about is getting sympathy. And that makes him detestable because none of the ways he's trying to garner it are justified. So he just comes off as a scummy piece of shit. He lied about cancer for 2 years. His story about whether or not his parents are abusive has flip-flopped repeatedly. He's a completely unreliable narrator. He's the worst out of all of these. And
I have to disagree.
I think he's
the worst out of all of them is Nick Bait.
I think he's the worst person.
Yeah.
Like Nick Bait and like a couple of these other people are like pedophiles. Like that's worse, like, for being a crime and shit, right? But Boogie as a normal person is the worst here.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing wrong with him. He isn't a pedophile. He isn't like got some mental handicap. He isn't off his meds. He's just awful.
You don't want to know Nick Bait, Red.
I don't really know Nick Bait. Nick Bait, well, we were talking about him earlier. He's the cockrophiliac who spread shit on his walls and then had sexual relations with his underage cousin.
Stalked a girl for like about like 9+ years.
Yeah, he stalked a girl for 9 years and is finally in jail.
He's in jail.
Boogie also, it's important to note, because he lied for 2 years, Keemstar had him get the word liar tattooed onto his face.
And then, didn't he, like, grow his beard out or something?
Well, originally it was going to be on his forehead. But Boogie talked Keem into letting him get it on his cheek. So he can just grow a beard over it. And in recent episodes of the LolCow podcast with him and all the others, like, people have spotted that there's, like, bleach on his desk, and so people think he's been trying to bleach out his skin, the tattoo.
Yeah.
And like, you can tell he like kind of likes the tattoo, or like he did when he first got it, because like it's a way to get sympathy, it's a way to get people to look at me. But now he's like trying to get rid of it or hide it, so people want him to get it on his forehead for real this time.
Yeah, I think he should get it on his forehead, because the shit that he's done was so disgusting. Especially the faking the cancer, because like he's like, I don't remember what he had said that caused him to think that he had cancer. Like, to say that he had cancer. I know he had something relating to cancer. He just didn't have cancer.
Yeah.
True, aren't you like, isn't your like sign, your astrology sign Cancer?
Yeah, I'm a Cancer.
You're gonna pull he's been lying about you, Trim.
Did he do a GoFundMe? I don't know if he probably did. I don't know if he did or didn't.
He's
but
done several.
He did do a rug pool crypto recently, like a few months ago.
He did, and it went really bad, and yeah, it was a shitcoin. It literally was a shitcoin.
Well, yeah, and what also makes him unlikable is that the only thing he does anymore is complain about how he's gonna go broke and needs money to like not die. But his house is full of like gaming memorabilia and like arcade cabinets and like collector's items from back when he was getting the big YouTube bucks. But he won't sell any of it. He lives in like a whole like almost mansion. He
has so much stuff that he could easily sell But if he just saved up his money and not spent it on like prostitutes and gambling, 'cause I'm pretty sure he gambles too.
Yes, yes.
He would have probably like lived off just like a pretty okay life. If he just stopped, if he didn't hold on to which I get, like selling your stuff is hard, but selling stuff that you just do not need, that doesn't have any like proper sentimental value,
Yeah.
that's fine. For example, like if I need to sell, I don't know, like my fucking giant like 3 arcade cabinets that are just sitting there.
Yeah, he has like 5 in his living room.
He could just sell those, which like, oh yeah, those are arcade cabinets, those are nice, but do you need them? No.
No, he doesn't. Also, Smoke, you're 1000% right. I think the best way to make Boogie really pay for what he's done would be just to exile him. Because he wants to be on the internet. He wants to have people look at him and everything. He does. So exile, like, Keemstar should just bar him from getting on his podcast, bar him from getting on YouTube, any of that. Keemstar just has his little jester dance because he thinks it's funny. Because the LolCow podcast doesn't really make a lot of money, and Keemstar's rich, so he doesn't give a shit. He only does it because he enjoys watching Boogie and Wings dance on his fucking palm of his hand, like some sort of freak puppet master.
Yeah.
But that's what, yeah.
By the way, Wings next to Boogie, Wings looks like a saint next to Boogie.
I know, it's insane. It is crazy that on the LolCow podcast, Boogie makes Keemstar and Wings of Redemption look like good people.
Which is crazy because it's fucking Wings and Keemstar.
Yeah.
Like, it's the most deplorable people.
Well, I mean, Wings isn't that bad. Like, I don't like...
I don't like him.
I don't like him either, but like on this list, if Boogie's like the worst person, then I think Wings is the best person. Because all Wings is a really angry gamer.
Yeah, and nobody really likes that. I mean, okay, Trim, I'm gonna expose you. You get angry at games, but you're not like Wings angry, where you start breaking shit and like doing like absolutely rancid shit because you're angry. You get angry, then you get over it.
Yeah, I jokingly refer to my like gamer rage as like one and dones. I'll yell at the game and then I'll kind of like, okay, cool, and I'll just go back to talking like normal. But Wings will throw a fucking fit.
Bitch fit.
All I remember Wings doing is yelling and crying at Clippers for years. Huh? Say again?
Where will we place Boogie, by the way?
A or B?
I think, considering it's Boogie and he is Keemstar's little jester, he's A tier because you're never gonna run out of shit from this guy.
Well, yeah, but Boogie, yeah, because they're actively on the podcast too. Like, we're going to get more from him. We know that.
Yeah.
And yeah, Wings. You're very correct, Red. Wings is like, as a LolCow, like C or D in my opinion, because all he is like, Wings is my example of the bad end for like being a YouTuber, right? Because, oh, well, you guys know that I get like mad at games sometimes, but you don't really ever go out of your way to specifically try and piss me off or stream snipe me or anything, because you're mostly here to hear like the dumb shit I'm gonna say. Wings is the other side of the foot. He wasn't really super entertaining on his own. The best thing about him was when he got mad, so people would try to get him upset.
Yeah,
so
and he would break stuff because of it.
So his only two options are give up doing YouTube or play a game that I hate with people that hate me and make money doing it.
I feel like sometimes you kind of relate to Wings whenever you talk about War Thunder. I hate like, sometimes you just don't like playing the game because you're like, this is shit, this is bad.
No, you're 100% right. Wings is the bad end for all YouTubers. Because, and chat, you've seen this happen a million times, especially with like Minecraft YouTubers back in the day. They'd get bored of Minecraft because like they've been playing it for 5 years and now they're like not a teenager. And so they want to play something else. And so they try and make other YouTube content and it just gets no views. So your options are play the game you don't like anymore, like Wings does, or don't get as much money to live on anymore. And so Wings and a lot of YouTubers stick with the game they hate. Except it was worth with Wings because the entertainment value of him is pissing him off. So not only was he playing a game that he didn't like, but the entire time he was just getting, like, specifically targeted.
Yeah.
So I almost feel bad for him. He is the bad end for YouTubers.
Almost. He said racial slurs.
Well, yeah, I don't feel bad about, like, that kind of shit, but he's a cautionary tale.
I think he's a D tier.
I think so
Because
too.
He's entertaining because he gets mad.
The only good thing Wings has done this fucking decade was beating the shit out of Boogie at the Creator Clash.
I remember I was watching two marshmallows duke it out.
Oh yeah, and it was barely a fight because Boogie practically never threw a punch.
Yeah. Daniel fucking Larson.
Daniel fucking Larson.
Oh, where do we start with this guy?
I don't even know.
So he's from TikTok. I knew of this guy before, like, the LolCow videos, mind you, because I saw people talking. This is before, like this is when I used to, like, be on TikTok a lot. And this guy is fucking crazy.
Oh yeah, we're unlike Wings and Boogie, Daniel Larson is actually just, like, insane or something. Like, there's something wrong with him.
Daniel Larson, he's known for he's known for, like, dining and dashing and
E-begging,
like
which a lot of these guys are.
Being homeless,
Yeah.
pulling the fire alarm in a fucking Olive Garden.
Daniel Larson is the worst person to ever see enter the establishment you work in. Like, if you're having a bad day at work and Daniel Larson works in, just actually quit. Just quit your job.
Yeah, because not only has he dined and dashed, he has pulled the fire alarm at an Olive Garden. He starts screaming like a banshee in a Panera Bread, mind you.
He just starts calling customers slurs and shit.
He started calling customers slurs. He was picking. This guy does not know when to stop, is what I'm saying.
No.
The craziest thing about him is that he has. Just about him in general. The reason I don't know why his head is shaved like that, but I think he did that for some.
He probably did it for like $10.
Reason.
He probably did it for only $10 or something.
I think he did it for money. And then another thing about him is that he has trench foot. Trench foot. How the fuck do you have trench foot in 2025 and you live in, like, you're not in the fucking, like, how is your foot always soaked all the fucking time that you have trench foot? How? How?
Doesn't he have a manager too?
He has a manager.
Or is that there's another guy that I didn't put on the list.
I think he just hangs out with a dude or something. I don't know.
Well, no, because I thought, like, there was the call between his yeah, the t-shirt guy has a manager, but I swore Daniel Larson did too, because there was the call with the manager in jail, or when Daniel Larson was in jail, wasn't there?
That's probably his manager. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure Daniel Larson has a quote manager, which I don't know who or what the manager does. And it kind of adds this whole, like, another level to, like, the mystery of what the fuck is happening in this guy's life. That he has a manager when the only thing he does is go around and film himself committing petty crimes on TikTok.
Yeah, he's a character. I'm telling you, he's a fucking character. The thing with Daniel Larson is that, like, because he's from TikTok, he's not like Chris Chan, where he's, like, all over the internet and whatever. You just get, like, those, like, clips of him doing stupid shit, live streaming all the time. Eventually you'll get, like, a fucking nature documentary of him, like, out in the wild.
Yeah.
From other people posting about him. He's a very interesting human being. If I were to rate him, he'd be B tier.
B tier?
I think he's B tier. All he does is die and dash, homeless shit. Screams.
Well, I think Daniel Larson's higher than B tier, because for me, watching Daniel Larson do stuff is like watching a GTA character in real life, because they just don't give a fuck about anything.
Oh.
He just does what
sense.
The hell ever he wants. I think he's A.
You know, I you know what? Yeah, okay, yeah. Tofiuchu.
Hey, this is Editor Trim. So, we're gonna start talking about Tofiuchu in this part of the stream, obviously. But I wanted to preface that, we streamed this just a couple days ago, and currently at the time of my recording of this message, when I was intending to post this video, being March 11th, unfortunately, Tofia Chu was involved in a shooting that led to the death of her brother. And, well, of course, that's just terrible. And so, we're gonna rag on her a little bit in this segment, but I want to say that not only are we saying these things, of course, before that happened, as it would be a lot more mean-spirited if we were saying it after, but that while we do, shit on her and everyone else in this video, obviously, having your brother killed is not something you'd want to go through. So, both me and Juno, our thoughts go out to her, but I guess I just wanted to mention that, as I feel if I posted this today or tomorrow and didn't say something, it might look like, wow, these people are shitting on somebody who just lost a family member. And no, I don't want to do that. So, alright, editor trim out. Enjoy whatever the fuck we say. Speaking of e-begging.
Okay, I know the extent of Tofia Chu lore.
Me too.
Tofia Chu, I knew about. By the way, I knew about her because of TikTok cringe comps. I was like, why are people so mean? They're just pulling this woman. Like, that sucks. Whatever. Like,
No,
that's so
there's
mean. I didn't know
always
the
another
extent of
end.
Tofia. So Tofia is also another TikTok LolCow. They were known for like making like. That's a woman.
That is a woman.
Play the Lorex clip. That's a woman. There is this time where Tofia's like biggest content that was most popular was like daughter of like the boss or whatever. And she was like a mafia boss daughter, like kind of roleplay thingy. And she would always like stitch her videos with like Asian guys and whatever.
Oh, yeah,
and it was kind of weird.
She fetishizes Asian men. She constantly duetted one specific Asian TikToker so much that, like, supposedly he left the internet, but it's not confirmed as to if she's the reason why.
Yeah, so Tofia, one time when she was, like, showing her phone, she, like, you know how, like, if you have an iPhone, you turn it around and they could see all the tabs? She had, like, porn tabs of, like teen Asian porn.
Yeah,
gay Asian.
She likes watching like, gay Asian men.
Gay Asian men. There was also, like, her dad is fucking crazy. He got arrested. Oh my god. He got arrested for, I think, assault or something. I don't remember.
Well, he's been arrested a few times. He's got, like, a record. Yeah,
but because like Tofia's family is poor as shit and Tofia just didn't want to get like a proper job, she would constantly like DoorDash shit. Her family became homeless and like they eventually like moved into like a motel or whatever. By the way, their house wasn't even that great because like you could see in the background there was roaches.
Oh yeah,
it was disgusting.
Well, one of the things about Tofia Chu is that like it's a story of what's the word? Just like laziness, because there's like 4 of them. There's like mom, dad, her, brother, and like none of them want to get jobs or anything. I know the brother did have a job, but
yeah, the brother did have, but not enough to make money.
We'll get to him later though too, because I don't think he's got that job no more, does he?
No. Y'all put Nova Beats here. Look at him.
You think he would be higher?
Look at value.
Yeah. Well, fucking. Okay. Well, what's your reasoning, Tim? Because look at the competition above him. Okay.
Look at this. Look. You got fucking Shani for Christ. You got fucking Chris Chan and Darkside Phil, Nick Bate, Daniel fucking Larson. Nova is a fetus compared to these guys, man.
Yeah. Nova's just cringy and a pedophile, you know, like.
But yeah, Tofia eventually like her family became like homeless, so they were living at like this like motel kind of like hotel thing where like you stay, you pay like rent and whatever to like.
You don't have to explain what a motel is.
No, but like it was like a weird like type of motel situation. I don't remember what it was. Um.
Oh yeah, the first person in B Lassie is Nova Online, not our Nova, thankfully.
No. We like our Nova. He's
S
chill.
tier?
Tofia S tier. I think she's S tier.
I was gonna say A. I don't.
I think she's S tier. The amount of shit that like she could pull anything she wanted to.
I
like,
think Tofia on her own, Tofia would be a B. The fact that she's got the extended family, because nobody in her family is like sane. Like her mom is like shitting outside. Her dad is like arrested and a psychopath. Her brother's like a pedophile, right?
Her brother's a pedophile and also a domestic abuser.
Yeah, so it's like that puts her into A at least for me, but I don't know if she's S for me.
Like, they used to have a dog named Hershey, and I don't know what happened. I think the dog died. They got a cat, and that cat would piss everywhere. They got another puppy, piss everywhere. We saw the photos of the hotel room. It was disgusting. Tofi is a whole creature. And, there probably is some more to the Tofia Chu lore, and
no.
Trim and I are, I'm here for it.
I think you're right. I think what does put Tofia Chu in S is not only is she on her own a pretty decent LolCow, like if it was just her, but she has the extended characters of everyone else in her family being insane, right?
Characters.
But then what really does it, what really pushes her further, like Terry Davis, like Chris Chan, she is almost 24/7 live.
Yeah.
So as a LolCow, you're always getting something out of her.
Yeah, there's like so much about like Tofia that you could just like pop into her live stream and she's probably doing something stupid. I think now they got kicked out of the motel because it smelled so bad, by the way. Like, I don't think she even showers. That's the thing. She wasn't clean down there. That's why it smelled bad.
Christian upping on her own tier is insane. I mean, yeah, kind of true. He's the godfather of it all, but it is kind of like, no, I'm like if there was an SS, he would be there. I think I'm okay with putting Tofia Chu in S. I thought about it.
They're now living in a car. It's crazy that Tofia Chu's mom like shitted on the sidewalk though.
Johnny Elbows.
We need a full like image of like Johnny Elbows so people could see the creature this man. He looks like someone who randomized the character creator and like try to make like the most poop shitter character ever.
Mount Olympus, yeah. Johnny Elbows, there's not really too much to talk about. There's not too much to talk about with him. I have a picture I can open up. What is this? Okay, yeah, I can do this.
He's unreal. This man looks like a thumb. Like, I don't even know that people can be built like this. This is Johnny
Elbows. I don't know how you acquire this build, but he's done it.
Dude, how do you look like this?
I've seen One Piece characters with better proportions.
He looks unreal. He looks so unreal. How do you acquire this build?
So, the story with Johnny Elbows is pretty short and simple. He is clearly a mentally handicapped person that some dude on TikTok found and just records a bunch to see whenever they do funny shit, to see if they would do funny shit. You know, it's just simple. Here's my neighborhood retard. I'm going to retard them. I'm going to record them doing stupid shit. Simple premises. The problem turned into when video showed that they had shit themselves one time, and when and it all came crumbling down when Johnny Elbows made a comment about a 10-year-old.
Yeah,
and
became pedo.
So
he's a pedo, like most of these guys.
So the story with Johnny Abos is pretty short and sweet. He was just a dude who was doing some weird shit, and then he ruined his career by exposing himself. So I think C tier.
He's C tier, man. He's just
The LolCow to pedo pipeline is real. It really is.
I don't. There's like, why are most of these guys pedos? Like Bowser, fucking Johnny Elbows, Nova. I'm gonna assume Pamper Chew.
Pamper Chew, we couldn't remember if he is, but we
Tofia Chew, it probably is implied.
No, Tofia Chew. The only argument against Tofia Chew being a pedophile is that they looked up like teen Asian porn on Pornhub, but like the one person who was interviewing her said, like, that's just the category for like 18 and 19. That doesn't strictly mean CP, especially because if it was on Pornhub, they don't allow that. So I don't think Tofia Chew's a pedophile.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
There would need to be better evidence than teen porn on Pornhub, because they don't allow actual teens. It's 18, 19, that's the category. They don't allow anything lower.
People pretending to be teenagers.
They're not one yet. That might be true.
They're not one yet. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, we don't know. The Tofia Chew fucking lore is expansive. Fuck if I know.
So the final one.
Andrew Ditch.
I just got a raid.
Oh,
welcome,
Glippy.
welcome. Glippy's good. Welcome, Glippy.
Hi,
I like how we never say their name right.
That's my name.
Glippy said to make them a sandwich. Well, here I'll have Pamper Chew make you one.
Ew.
what
In
it
his
could
microwave.
be? Yeah, in his microwave. Welcome, Raiders. Let me give you a shout out. I have to make sure I'm spelling your name correctly since it's new. Yeah, there you go. Flipnose is a friend of mine and a member of Liminal. Most of y'all will recognize them as Hypnos, but they changed their username because they're rebranding. So if you're not already following them, you should be. What the heck? We are in the middle of doing a LolCow tier list. We are first doing based on entertainment value, and then we're going to do another one based on how bad they are.
I think you haven't seen me with my makeup before. I'm wearing a jester mask and my hat.
Sorry, what's the word? The last one, Juno.
Oh god, Andrew
Ditch. Another person, chat, that I actually just hate.
B tier. Mind you, that's my final verdict.
I think B tier's valid.
Okay, Andrew Ditch, he claims that he's autistic, but it is shown that
he is not.
They had called he is not. He just claims to be. Apparently he was hit by a car or something and got like a brain injury. I don't fucking know.
Andrew Ditch
So he kind of
claims to have various mental disabilities and age regression solely for the sake of being able to use it as an excuse for his awful behavior.
Yeah.
Which is
and
shitty.
It is, and I feel like he treats his poor parents.
Oh
like
my
things
Lord.
that he's done. He's thrown away like his diapers.
Yeah, he's thrown away his medication.
Threw away his medication. Threw away his medication because he says he doesn't need it. He yells at his parents. His mother one time fell off because you know how old people or people who are just so unwell they can't get up to go to the bathroom, so they have this seating toilet situation. His mother fell off of it, and he was just sitting there recording his mom on the floor, going, "Mom, why are you on the floor?"
Yelling at his brother to come and do something. He wouldn't fucking do it.
I don't know, no, his dad actually.
It was his dad, who's also old as shit.
Yeah, his poor dad. Having to deal with this this man child, and then this is what I mean by I'm glad that LolCows exists, so I feel better about my existence as a human, because people like Andrew Ditch exist. I would never let my parents.
I don't feel better about myself because Andrew Ditch exists. I feel sorry for his parents, genuinely.
I feel so bad. His mom is old, and his dad is always in a back brace. And the crazy thing about this is that one time like he had a like a diffuser or something, and he's like, I
Yeah.
need it for like my mental health, and but like you could tell it's like affecting like because his mom used like
She's
a
on oxygen.
respirator.
Yeah, his
Yeah,
mom's on
she's like
oxygen, and he's steaming
yeah.
up the whole room with his humidifier or whatever it was, and it's like causing her trouble breathing, and he
Yeah, and they had
refused
to
to turn
call
it
the
off.
police on Andrew.
Yeah, and he calls the police, and the police could call on him so often that they just know him.
They know him.
They
And
know
that's the
him.
crazy part. They had arrested him. He had called his fucking attorney, I don't remember what the fuck. He called someone, and he's like, they're arresting me. They're arresting me.
What?
And he's
Wait.
just like throwing a fit.
Well, he's the ultimate hypocrite because he wants to have mental disabilities, but he throws away his medication. He wants to like get out of his parents' house, but anytime they send him to a home, he like throws a fit and leaves and comes back. Like nothing is ever what he wants.
Yeah, and like when he went to the hospital, like he didn't like he was trying to get like discharged or something, and they wouldn't let him because they're just like, hey, there's something actually wrong with you. We need to like we're trying to help you, man. And he's like, no.
And
starts,
he
like,
went
throwing a
there.
fit.
He went to the hospital, and then they're like, okay, there's something wrong. Let us look at it. And he's like, no, I want to leave now. And they're like, but like, there's a thing wrong. And he's like, no, I have to leave. It's like, dude, you came to us. And Smoke, he is de facto exiled. He's currently homeless because his parents finally kicked him out, and he has been kicked out of every single home in his city because he gets kicked out of all of them because he's awful and just impossible to work with. He's been kicked out of at least one solely because they wouldn't change his diaper for him.
Yeah,
Grown
he's
man.
insisting on like diaper changes and shit.
So he just actually is
And-
insane? No, there's nothing wrong with him mentally. He
Yeah,
pretends to have mental disorders so that he can have an excuse to act the way he does.
I think the only disorder that he suffers from is fucking narcissism. Cause like, come on.
Well, there was the one
Yeah.
disease, or not disease, but like the condition of like when you're convinced that you do have something. I forget what it was though, but he does have that.
Munchausen.
Yeah, because he thinks he's autistic. He is not.
He's like, okay, mind you, by the way, nothing wrong with autistic people at all, okay? The way that he characterizes like autistic people and the way that like he's trying to like seem autistic is so disgusting.
It's
that
like a
it makes me, like,
stereotype. It's like a daily
yeah,
one.
and I'm like, come on, really? I thought we were like past this, but what can we do? It's Andrew fucking Ditch.
Oh no.
So yeah, I'm kind of glad he's homeless. I don't know about where he's gonna go from here. Who knows? I don't think he needs those diapers.
No, he doesn't. He just wants to.
Yeah,
He just
by
wants
the
to have
way,
diapers.
He's always talking about like you're hurting my ears, and like this motherfucker is like used to go to like heavy metal concerts.
No, he'll like blast music and shit. But like if you get into an argument with him, he'll like pretend like he's not listening to you and be like, "You're hurting my ears," and call the fucking police.
Yeah,
He's the
this
worst.
guy sucks.
I
guy sucks.
don't even get any entertainment out of him. I just hate this dude, and I feel bad for everyone around him.
He has a B tier though.
I guess. All right, that is our entertainment value tier list for the
Yeah,
LolCows.
yeah.
Should I
We
clear
have
the
our then we
board?
have our like the worst people in the world tier list.
Yeah. Let me...
As
Oh
would
no,
be-
I didn't think that was gonna do that. Oh well.
I feel like, oh my god, I see like the fucking
Oh my god,
Rivals.
all the fucking shit, man. I hate all these.
Dude, Rivals is kind of crazy for putting that ad in here. Oh my god.
Oh yeah. Well, they can't see it on stream. I didn't
Just
think it was
know
gonna.
it's Invisible Woman's ass. Ooh, it's an actual skin in the game.
It's
by the way.
Malice's ass.
Oh my god. Do they Lamau steak?
What?
Seven. Go lay down.
Okay.
Stop it. LolCow, they Lamau steak. 7.
Okay, we are now going to do. Let me change this based off of how bad they are.
The bad boys. What are you're
What?
yeah, let's I was gonna say like your thing was off center.
Alright, I got it fixed. Hey, Bells.
Okay.
Or sorry, not Bells. Blaze. I've been saying define how bad. We mean as in like how bad of a person we think they are. So like, you know, the pedophiles are gonna be higher. And Wings of Redemption is still gonna be D tier.
Yeah. What's the detail? We'll start with Andrew Ditch.
Well, yeah, now we're going alphabetically because I had to put them all in again. Andrew Ditch, I kind of want to put him in A or S.
I think it's A tier. He's not. Okay,
yeah, S tier is reserved for pedophiles.
S tier is reserved for like people who have actually done fucking crimes.
Yeah, like he hasn't really committed a lot of crimes. The problem with why he's so bad is because for decades he has been insufferable to everyone around him. It's like a slow burn.
In his 40s.
Yeah.
Alright.
Similarly, I want to put Boogie in A.
Yeah, put Boogie in A too. He's a piece of shit.
Now,
Like...
Bomba Clock.
Oh god, Christian's S tier. He's.
Alright, are we doing S tier for Christian?
Yes, he fucked his mom. He fucked his mom. He fucks me with that toothbrush.
With that toothbrush. Oh, shut up.
He fucked
Daniel
his
Larson.
mom. Dude, this guy. What's the worst thing he's done? Dine and Dash?
Well, he's
Be a
just
weirdo?
annoying, right? Because he just goes
Yeah,
around.
he's-
I guess he says slurs, but that's
yeah. He has that. He's like a C tier.
yeah, that's
He's
fair.
not-
He's just kind of a menace, but like he's not like dangerous, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's throwing punches.
He's pulled fire alarms.
He's throwing punches at people. Remember? B
yeah,
tier.
but like they're like bitch punches.
Yeah, but do you want to get punched by a? He's got crackhead strength. I guarantee it.
No, he does not.
He looks like one.
He looks so. Look at him. Look how frail he looks.
That nose is sharp.
That's not gonna do shit. His listen, if his punches don't kill me, his fucking disgusting trench foot might.
True. All right. C.
Um.
His entire
DSP.
personality is annoying other people for content. Well, yeah, but like, compared to fucking my mother or being a pedophile, pulling a fire alarm one time isn't really that bad, is it?
Yeah.
DSP is D.
D.
The worst
He's
thing he's done is be an asshole.
And tax evasion.
Yeah, and tax evasion.
Oh my god, this guy, Johnny Alphas.
We don't know,
I don't know where to put him.
where. I say
He
B.
deserves B tier.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
He's
he's
said
kind
pedophilic
of-
comments, but we don't know if he's ever like enacted on any of those. So
I mean that doesn't really like. It doesn't make it worse. It just kind of goes, well,
no, it does.
did he? Okay, yeah, it does. But also, like, well, you can't just be like, yeah, I like little girls, but I won't touch him. That's still fucking weird. That's still fucking weird.
Well, yeah, but it's different from I have done it.
I have.
I will-
touched little girls. Like, what the fuck? Ew.
I'm fine with B. Cobra
tier.
D, right?
D tier. What's the worst he's done?
Just, I don't know, make moonshine. I guess that's technically a crime in a lot of places.
Say a slur, maybe? I don't know.
And neither of us are super caught up on Cobra.
Cobra.
So if we're missing like important like context of like something fucked up he's done, C tier for low tier god? No, the worst thing he's done is trash talk. And like say he's gonna assault you online. He's another D tier.
He's
for
like he's a chihuahua.
yeah, he's all talk no bite. You remember when he got mogged by that like 5'4" white dude with bags under his eyes?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, all he does is talk. D tier.
Nick Bait S tier.
Yep.
Automatic S tier. Disgusting.
Nova is B or an A. He texted minors.
He texted minors. I'm pretty sure he would have acted upon, because like he acts like he didn't mean to, I think, or something. Or I don't know if he's like shameless about
No,
it.
no, I don't think he's shameless, but I think he tries to cover it up. But he had his girlfriend, who was like, what, like 14, 15, who was like the moderator of his Discord for like months.
Yeah.
And like it was
he's
publicly that they were dating. It just wasn't public her age, I don't think.
Yeah.
S. He's killed a man.
Fuck this guy. Fuck this guy.
Or I don't know. Is it
He
A or
didn't
is
kill
it?
a man.
He through neglect he did.
raped someone. He raped someone.
He might have. It's not confirmed.
I don't give a shit. Put it in S. Ew.
It is suspected that he might have. But he made some really. Oh, never mind. Yeah, the comments he made. Remember those comments he made before that? I'm okay with S.
Yeah.
And like
Pepper
yet again,
chill.
there's no debuff of like, well, he's like mentally handicapped. He knows what he did is bad.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing with him. It's that like he knows what he did was bad.
Murder
The only
ain't
reason why
that
he got
bad.
in-
The problem with it, Smoke, is that it wasn't normal murder. It was my buddy got drunk and
It was
high at
weird.
the same time, and I drew on his face as his heart stopped beating. And I didn't call the ambulance.
He didn't murder him though. That's the thing. The guy overdosed and he didn't realize that he had overdosed until like way later.
That blood
And
is
that's
on
the
their
worst
hands.
The moment, here's the thing. When it comes to like drinking and doing drugs, that's terrible. Even if like I was with my friends and one of them passed out, I would keep a fucking eye on them if they pass out or take them to the hospital, because like if you're drinking so much to the point where
Wait.
you pass out, that's
Wasn't it
automatically like hospital worthy.
wasn't it their friend that already was having like health problems too?
Oh shit!
I'm pretty sure it was like the guy was already having health problems and they encouraged him to get high and drunk and he passed out, and them knowing he has health problems, passing out high and drunk, they just doodle on his face as his heart stopped beating. S, I don't care. He's
Yeah,
the way he
yeah.
not bringing also back into the fact that he cheated on his viewers like with their wife.
Yeah, S tier. S tier.
Damn, this guy's terrible. He is. He's actually deplorable.
Fucking awful.
Pamper Chew, we can't remember if he's a pedophile or not. B?
He's just kind of weird. No, he's just weird.
C?
C. He's just fucking weird.
Well then why the fuck is Nick, why is Johnny Elbows above Daniel Larson then?
Because Daniel Larson's just kind of like annoying.
Well, because
Johnny Elbows
is... Well, but so is Pamper Chew. They're both the equal. They're both implied pedophiles.
No, Johnny Elbows is a pedophile.
Well, yeah, Johnny
Pamper Chew,
Elbows...
we don't know if he is, so that's why he's bugged up.
Alright. Age play
Shiny for
counts? Put him
Christ.
up there?
Shanny for Christ, child neglect, more child neglect.
Yeah, racism.
Racism. Fucking.
Kind of insane.
I'm pretty sure she has like abuse charges against her too.
Yeah.
I think she's A or B.
Oh, you're killing. Uh-oh, this is a bad time for you to be you. What did you say? Sorry?
I think she's either A or B.
I'm fine with B.
I'll do B. This
Corey
guy,
Davis.
poor
Now,
bastard.
he does have a debuff of, because like he was actually just fully schizophrenic. So like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't feel comfortable putting him in S because like he's not all there. If he had help, he wouldn't be that high. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he was a schizophrenic. He was a super racist, super devout
Well, mine's a
religious man.
schizophrenia. I will say this.
Well,
I feel like a schizophrenia should not count because
No,
that's just a mental disorder.
I'm not saying
like,
it does. I'm saying it just like I'm like spelling out like, okay, so what is Terry Davis? He is a schizophrenic racist who has claimed to have killed operatives of the CIA who were posing as normal people.
I don't think he's a. Mine's racism. I just think he was just crazy, and I feel a little bad for him. I put him at D tier. I just feel kind of bad.
I don't think. No, I think C, because like none of the people in D are like racists.
Oh.
And he was like the fucking racist. Well, okay, low tier god might be a little racist. Low tier god has shown some tendencies of having like some self hatred of his race.
Yeah. Sophia Chu. Jesus Christ, where do you put this bitch?
B. No, C.
Let me think.
Because I don't count her as a pedophile.
No.
So I would say
abuse, the weird Asian fetishization. I feel
surely DSP is. I don't know. Is he? I can't remember DSP saying the N word.
Who knows? He might have. We don't know. All of them. I feel like most of these guys have probably said the N word.
Oh, wait, no. Darkside Phil did have that one series back in the day when he was playing, funnily enough, since I mentioned this before stream, Juno, Dead Space, where he was supposedly the last German officer getting rid of the Jew zombies that were the necromorphs. So yeah, Darkside Phil's a bit of a... He's got some... Now, if that's like, he was clearly playing it as a joke. It's distasteful and not really funny because of why he thinks it's funny. But I don't really think I would count him as being anti-Semitic. I just think those jokes didn't land well. I don't think he meant like what he was saying. I think it just wasn't good.
I just think he was just being fucking weird.
I think he was just being like edgy and the jokes were shit.
I think Sophia's probably like C tier because like she's gross.
Yeah.
But she's not like the worst person in the world.
She's like Pamperchew. She's just really gross.
She's gross and always plays herself as a victim, which is again weird. White Bowser.
White Bowser. Canonically an assaulter.
Yeah.
And a pedophile.
Yeah.
B, A?
A.
Alright.
He said he loved to like, it was like an anime moment. He like plays out the assault in like an anime moment. Where he's like, I accidentally, my hand went on this woman's chest when I stumbled a bit for 10 seconds. Let me give you like a moment of like 10 seconds. That was 10 seconds.
That was no, sorry, that wasn't even 10 seconds. I was watching my OBS counter. That wasn't even 10 seconds yet.
That's fucking weird.
That's how long he held his hands on that woman's boobs that he accidentally bumped into.
That's weird. That's weird. That's weird. Disgusting.
But should he? Oh no, yeah, the pedophile thing. I was gonna argue, should he be higher than Shani for Christ because of like one time assaulting somebody because of years of child neglect? But I was like, all right, no, right, pedophile. Wings is a D.
D.
He's just an asshole.
Mad.
Yeah.
He's an asshole. He gets mad. What do you want from him? And this is our list. This is our list.
If controllers had feelings, he'd be an ass because he's killed thousands. This is our list for how bad of a person we think they are.
Yeah. Unless like we're missing information, somebody's because there's so many LolCows.
Yeah, well, Cobra could go higher if we knew more about him, but for what we know about him, he's just kind of like, people make fun of him because he's weird and ugly, and he makes moonshine.
To my boy Terry Dirt. I don't know, like I feel like this is a good tier. This is a good tier list. The worst ones are above Christian. He's up there because he fucked his mom. Like, how much worse can you get?
Pretty
Most
bad.
of these guys, these like the two S tiers have committed incest.
Yeah, two of the people in S tier are incestuous. One of them is an incestuous pedophile, and then the other one, through neglect, led to the death of his friend. Might have raped somebody, and cheated on his viewer's wife. Or sorry, cheated on. His. Yeah. However the fuck you would word that, but his viewer's wife, they did shit.
Yeah, like these guys, I feel like it is justified, this tier list. But yeah, these guys stink, and yeah, I hope we never see them IRL. I don't think any of them live where I am. I don't want to see them.
I mean,
here.
wouldn't you low-key be like, holy shit, look, if you saw Chris Chan and the
you know what? Trey might be like, look.
Yeah,
look,
we're like walking around.
Walmart.
Juno, next time we go to a convention, because of course we went to TwitchCon, we're gonna go to like some convention in the future, and we're like, oh my god, look, it's Tofiachu.
I would shit my pants.
I'd be happier.
Shit the fucking ground.
I'd be happier that we saw Tofiachu at a convention than when we saw fucking Sneeko.
You would smell her before you see her.
I could take most of these in a fight.
What? No, I would not take Boogie. Like, look at that man.
No, but you could take Boogie. Anyone could take Boogie because he's a pathetic little sad sack of shit. Who would be like, you would just have to move, and then he would just fall over, and then he couldn't get up.
Oh yeah.
Wings, I couldn't take though, because Wings like did train and did put up a fight when him and Boogie had their bout. Look to your god would definitely beat the shit out of me. I don't know about Cobra. I feel like I could take DSP. Terry Davis would skin me alive.
Look at him. Look at him. I feel like this is a good tier list. This is a solid tier list, you know, like
quote the joke.
Stupid men, stupid what? There's like 2 women on this fucking tier list. 3-ish if you count Chris Chan.
Well, Chris Chan, yeah, we've kind of been misgendering them this entire stream.
No, they're fine by going by he, him.
Do they go by all pronouns? Because they are trans now.
I think so, yeah.
I don't really know how many people do bother to call Chris Chan by their preferred pronouns, because it's like, well, dude, you fucked your mom. I kind of don't want to give you the respect. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, okay. Here's my rule. Just because you did something wrong doesn't mean I disrespect you in general, like your gender and pronouns. Like, I feel like,
well,
that's a
there has to be a limit to that, right?
No. I don't think,
so,
even if you did something like that, I don't think you should misgender people.
Watch this chat. So, okay, so Adolf Hitler walks into the room.
Okay, go fuck yourself. You don't ever forget Hitler in this fucking chat, okay?
Well, no, so Adolf Hitler walks into the room.
No, shut up.
And they want to go by they them. Like, are you cool with that?
Yes, I am not gonna refer to like as a person as like not their preferred pronouns, but I think Chris Chan just goes
even
by,
if they led to the death of like millions of people.
Unfortunately, yes, I would still call them by the preferred pronouns. I'm not gonna call you she if you're not a she. Like if you don't go by those pronouns.
I'm obviously.
Listen, I want to be the better person. I'm going to be the better person.
Obviously, I'm just doing this as a bit. I'm not actually judging you for...
when you brought up Hitler, I was like, oh my fucking god.
Trim said, hold my beer.
No, let him hold it. What the fuck? Put it in a sippy cup.
Well, if I put it in a sippy cup, maybe Pamper Chew will take it.
Dude.
Anyways, what if you don't consider those people human? What, like furries, I guess?
I don't think any of these LolCows are like, they're not the human species at this point, man.
Well, yeah, because Chris Chan has ascended to being a Sonichu.
Ah, you're right.
The dimensional merge is happening.
Yeah. I don't feel like these LolCows are human from half of the shit they've done. Look at fucking Johnny Elbows.
Yeah, Johnny Elbows is kind of like.
Dude.
All right. I guess should we call it? There's nothing else we really have, right?
Yeah, I think this is a good tier list. I think it's a good place to call it.
All right.
So fun talking about our shared interest.
1 second.
I feel like normal couples are supposed to be watching like cute, like fucking Disney movies together and like chilling, not talking about LolCow.
Oh yeah, this is what me and Juno do in our spare time. We just watch LolCow, like documentaries and shit, or Germavods, entire whole Germavods.
I mean, deformity.
We also
What
watch
do you mean?
animated hits from the 2000s and 2010s. Oh yeah, Juno, do you want to watch Over the Hedge after stream?
I am not watching Over the Hedge with you.
I know, I keep saying Over the Hedge is a joke, chat, but she doesn't want to. What about,
I'm not watching that.
you want to watch Shrek 2? We saw Shrek, we could do Shrek 2.
Did we see Shrek?
Okay, never mind. You want to watch Shrek after stream? Or we can do it tomorrow, because we were going to hang tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll do it tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah, we can do it tomorrow. I'll go back to editing probably after stream. Or maybe I'll do something else. Anyways, you should be ashamed. Shame on you for laughing at someone.
He's just fat and ugly.
You can't say that. We're getting canceled on Twitter.
Dude,
it's okay.
Pedophile.
Oh yeah. Well, okay, but you'll. Never mind.
And he shot himself. I don't care.
He did just say that 10-year-old had a nice ass, right? That was the quote, right?
Yeah. No.
Like they were actively at the playground ugly. And he said that.
He's just fat and ugly. Like, ew. He looks like a thumb.
Dude, he looks like he melted. No, he looks like, you know those the video of like the person with like, I think it's like a Donkey Kong or like a pig toy where like you throw it on the ground really hard and it like forms. He looks like one of those and they threw it on the ground really hard.
Yeah.
This is fun. Are we gonna get Juno? Are we gonna get canceled on Twitter for just making fun of somebody's appearance for like 5 minutes straight?
Dude, he said 10-year-old had a nice ass. I don't care what Twitter says. He's a fucking weirdo. He's a weirdo.
He's not, no, Smoke, he's built more like Kuma than Gecko Moria. Big ass, like wide shoulders and tiny legs, that's Kuma right there. Gecko Moria is a bowling pin. This guy's the opposite of that. I'm defending that because I will not allow Gecko Moria slander on my stream. Anyways.